Hassan Piker is this idiot guy who hangs out in his basement and pontificates about topics he does not understand one iota and has a billion followers. And why? God only knows. And his uncle, Chank, who got him into the business and whose parents gave their son a name that is a racial slur against the Chinese and are disgusting for doing that, weighed in on Julian Assange and Jimmy Dore and Greenwald disgusted. Disgusting.
That's the message that I've been putting forth at this show. And of course, you know how it's been received on the left. And well, here's how it's been received. Here's a Twitch star, right?
He's from a great genetic pool because he's Zhang's nephew.
Cenk Uger's nephew, and they're having a dumb off. They're trying to see who could be dumber. And I think Hassan does it just because he has the black fingernail polish on and calls other people creepy. Here we go.
Bro, why are you not mentioning hero Julian Assange being extradited? What the fuck is wrong with you? Assange stands on the internet are some of the most psychotic weirdos that it's just like, just stop, okay?
Psychotic weirdos, he says as he flashes his black fingernail polish. Okay. And he says, just stop.
Just be normal. Just stop.
Be normal.
Do your fucking weird thing at the Jimmy Dore stream. Okay, this is not the Jimmy Dore stream. We do a bunch of different content here. Go hang out with like weirdo fucking fascists. Okay, bro. Why?
So that's kind of remarkable. It runs in the family. They stand for the Democratic Party and shit on journalists and encourage fascists and while calling other people fascists. It's funny. The funniest thing is the black nail polish, but go ahead, Glenn.
Yeah, no, I mean, I actually pointed that out, and I, basically said these pseudo-socialists who know that they never actually do anything threatening. He's basically Jim Acosta with nail polish.
Yes.
Hassan.
Yes.
There's a reason why Julian Assange is targeted by the CIA and the Justice Department and the British security services and governments around the world and is in Belmarsh prison. And he's in his, house on Twitch. And he thinks he's so radical because he has like a hammer and sickle flag that he hangs on his wall and he calls himself a socialist. And then at the end of the day, like when it comes down to it, he tells everybody to go vote for Gavin Newsom, like the good little DNC boy that he is.
Yes.
So that, again, I think the reason why he doesn't want to talk about Julian Assange and gets angry at people who demand that he does and suggests that if you care about the Assange case, it basically means you're a fascist, that you belong in the Jimmy Dore show, is because he, again, knows that Julian Assange is what he pretends to be. Now, when I said that, he objected and he pointed to a few places where he had in the past said he thinks it's wrong for the government to try and imprison Julian Assange for life under the Espionage Act, which is true. He has kind of in a throwaway way, said that. Of course, none of them want to admit that they're on the side of the CIA. None of them want to admit that they want to see Julian Assange. If they're forced to talk about it, they'll say, yeah, look, as he put it, I'm against putting him in forever jail. But you can see from that clip that even if he says, if you force him to take a position, that he's not in favor of putting Julian Assange in prison for life under the Espionage Act, that he really doesn't give a shit. It doesn't bother him at all. It's not a priority for him. He thinks people who want to talk about it are fascist weirdos because they don't, Jimmy, this is the reality, is left-wing politics since, the end of World War II has been about opposing the deep state, the security state, the CIA, the FBI. This is fundamental to left-wing politics, is the idea that these are pernicious agencies. And that's why real leftists, like not this kind, who, have like leftism as a marketing brand, but like real leftists, like Daniel Ellsberg and Noam Chomsky and fucking Lula da Silva in Brazil and Jeremy Corbyn in the UK, have all come out and said Julian Assange is a hero. And the attempt to imprison him is outrageous. Like, you don't need to force them or drag them into commenting on it. They don't call people who are interested in it fascist weirdos. They come out and manifest on their own, because this is central to what left-wing politics has been about, what Julian Assange has been doing for the last 12 to 15 years, bringing transparency and real resistance and opposition to the belly of American imperialism. But they don't really give a shit about that. If anything, they see the CIA and the FBI as allies of theirs. Of course, they'll never admit that. They're never going to go on a stream and be like, hey, I'm a radical leftist. I'm here to say I love the CIA and the FBI. But the reality is they knew that the CIA and the FBI were on their side when it came to Trump. They don't really care about people who oppose the CIA or the FBI. It's way down on their priority list, if it even makes it at all. You never see Antifa, for example, protesting in front of Langley or the J. Edgar Hoover headquarters in the FBI. They think that like real fascist power doesn't emanate from those Washington agencies, but like emanates from loser Proud Boy guys of, hanging out in groups of 15 and 20 people that the FBI also wants to prosecute. And then half of them are FBI informants anyway. That's what left-wing politics is about. It's performative. It's petty. It's trivial. Everything that Julian Assange isn't, and that's what explains that reaction.
That's exactly. Well, I'll show you the people you were mentioning. So here's all the people who are supporting Julian Assange. So press freedom. So there's all these civil liberty groups. Asked Biden department to drop the Julian Assange case. Press freedom groups reacted. This is the Reporters Without Borders are supporting him. And here's Lula, who you spoke about. Of course, here's Daniel Ellsberg. Here's another. The Committee to Protect Journalists issued a statement.